So this video is assuming that you understand what ions are, and we're going to discuss ionic bonding. So ionic bonding occurs when positive and negative ions form when a metal reacts with a non-metal by the transfer of electrons. And because they are oppositely charged, they are strongly attracted to each other. So let's pick two atoms to work with. We are going to use sodium and chlorine atoms for this example. All right. So sodium is a metal and it's in group 1. So it has 1 electron in its outer shell. And chlorine is a non-metal in group 7. So it has 7 electrons in its outer shell. So here are our atoms. Well, because sodium has 1 electron on its outer shell, it can donate this electron to the chlorine atom, which only has 7 electrons on its outer shell. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we know it has the potential to hold 8 electrons. So to make things clear, we use dots and crosses, as you can see. And very conveniently, this is called a dot and cross diagram. So this 1 loose electron on the sodium outer shell can be donated to the chlorine atom, which can take 1 more electron to its outer shell. So here it is, we have lost 1 electron from the outer shell of the sodium atom, and it's been donated to the chlorine atom, as you can see by this dot here. So because sodium has lost that negatively charged electron, it is now a positive ion, which we donate by these large square brackets and a positive charge. Because chlorine has gained that negatively charged electron, it is now a chloride ion, which is a negative ion, which has got, again, these large square brackets and a negative sign to denote that it is now a chloride ion. So this is sodium chloride. Okay, so let's pick another example. We're going to pick magnesium, which is a metal in group 2. So it has 2 electrons on its outer shell. And we're also going to pick oxygen, which is a non-metal in group 6. So it has 6 electrons on its outer shell. So here are the dot and cross diagrams for the magnesium atom and the oxygen atom. So as we can see, the magnesium atom has 2 electrons on its outer shell, and the oxygen atom has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons. And we know the outer shell can hold 8 electrons. So that means this magnesium atom can donate these 2 electrons to the oxygen atom. So here we have the dot and cross diagram showing the ionic bonding. So, because magnesium has lost 2 electrons, we denote this by putting large brackets around and saying that it now has a 2 positive charge. Not +2, as some people put, it's a 2 positive charge. The oxygen atom gained 2 electrons from the magnesium atom. So now we call this an oxide ion, which again we denote by the large square brackets. And now it has a 2 negative charge because it has gained 2 negatively charged electrons. So for this last example, we're going to use calcium, which is in group 2. So yeah, you guessed it, it has 2 electrons on its outer shell. And we're also going to be using chlorine, which is in group 7. So it has 7 electrons in its outer shell. So here's our dot and cross diagrams. So here we have our calcium atom with 2 electrons on its outer shell, which it can donate. And here is our chlorine atom with 7 electrons on its outer shell. But it can only receive 1 of these electrons, so we have a bit of a problem. So to overcome this problem, we use 2 chlorine atoms. So each chlorine atom can receive 1 electron each from the donated electrons from the calcium atom. So here is our ionic bonding diagram. So calcium has lost 2 electrons from its outer shell. So we put the large square brackets and say it has a 2 positive charge. And each chloride ion has gained an electron from the calcium atom. So we say it's a chloride ion with each one having these large square brackets with a 1 negative charge each. Okay, and this is calcium chloride. And we have put Cl2 because we have 2 chloride ions. Okay, so I hope this tutorial has been useful and you understand ionic bonding a bit better. Bye.